questionable things that are happening in the industry. And then there's fraud. And that is also 100% happening. Billing for billing for naps. Can't do that, right? Billing one BCBA under another BCBA because you just can't get them credentialed. You can't do that, right? And so there is fraud. And then you have these extreme cases where, the latest article was like they found a company in Minnesota that like billed $46 million fraudulently. Did they? I don't know, right? Like maybe I would like to see it go to court. I would like to understand how that happens. But apparently they got diagnoses that they shouldn't have got, and they billed for hours that they didn't do, and they were paying off parents. That's awful. Those are terrible things, and they shouldn't happen. And if they were actually true, and those people should get punished for it, right? There should be justice. They should have to pay that money back, right? But there's been a lot of fraud going on in healthcare for a very long time, and I posted this on Facebook, I don't know, months ago now, and like you can call me a whataboutist. I honestly don't care. But like if before we got on the air. I said I made this go like so, and I'll switch it around so I won't be sexist. But we're doing our home finances, and
this is just an example, by the way.
Yeah, this is not true.
This is not true.
And so our accountant comes on and says, "Look, guys, you're spending way too much money a month. You can't afford to do this. Like you're gonna lose your house." And so we're looking at the bills, and I see April got an Amazon Prime account. Why did you get that? We don't have the money for that. And then she looks at the bills, and I spent $10,000 on Lego this month. Like, so both of those things are wrong, right?
I mean, it is very possible that you could have spent $10,000 on Lego.
100%. So both of those things are wrong. One of them is way more wrong than the other, right? One of them is more impactful to our finances. And needs to be resolved first, right? And so, like, you can, again, I get that ABA has its problems, but all healthcare has its problems. Like, does anyone remember the opioid crisis? And like, does any like there was enough? I don't even remember the name of the drug anymore. But there was enough opioids at this one pharmacy that they could prescribe, I don't know, like 10 prescriptions to the entire state. Do you think that was a good, like, do you think that was good, right? Like this one pharmacy, like how many millions of dollars of fraud was there, right? As far as wasteful spending, the federal government spends $2 billion a year. The entire premise of this fraudulent grifting ABA that they're talking about on unused subscriptions, right? So like maybe we tackle those things first. Maybe we stop spending money on bombs. Maybe that's a better use of our time, right? I don't know, but like cutting healthcare from the most vulnerable population in the country, it seems like it's so stupid. And that is my opinion of what they're trying to do here. They're trying to justify the cuts to Medicaid, and they see this as an area that they can cut. And so we've got to villainize the clinicians doing the good work so that people can say, oh yeah, they don't deserve the money. They're bad people. And so, we need it for the good people. And so that's kind of where I'm at, like, again, is there fraud, waste, and abuse happening in ABA? Yes. But like respite care, right, is like notoriously worse than ABA. And so if the point was, hey, let's tackle fraud, we're gonna do some real aggressive fraud prevention. There are many other things that could be tackled before cutting Medicaid for ABA therapy.